I'm so pleased he's with us today, and we're so proud of his accomplishments, his entrepreneurship, everything about him. He is the definition of a mogul. As chairman and CEO of Caucus Enterprises, he has a diverse portfolio of businesses and investments covering the music, fashion, fragrance, beverage, marketing, film, television, and media industries with companies such as Bad Boy Worldwide Entertainment Group, Sean John Combs Wine and Spirits, AQU, The Blue Flame Agency, Revolt Films, and Revolt Media and TV, and on and on and on. Give him a big round of applause.
But before I sit down, I just wanted to say thank y'all for having me. It's my first time here. I've always wanted to come. You know, this being for Howard University. It's you! And I just wanted to take the time to thank you, Queen Waters, for all that you have done. You made all those businesses possible. You know, this couldn't have been done without you, so thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me. All right. You know, we want to know so much about how you have come to this point in your life. We're so proud of you. And I guess the first thing to ask is, this question may even be unfair. Do you know how important you are to your brother?
With success and the support from your community comes a responsibility. And you know, like when you're younger, you're kind of like running from that responsibility. And at this point, I know how important I am, and I know that I'm ready for the responsibility to lead. I'm ready for the responsibility to teach. And it's something that I embrace and I'm proud of, and I give all glory to God that I even had the opportunity to make a change. So, you know, through God and my faith with God, I'm very, very clear on how important I am, most importantly, how important and powerful we are as a community.
Why did you believe you could be successful? We know, and everybody knows, how talented you are, and that you're one of the greatest performers in the world and all of that. But how did you know you could be successful in business?
I know I could be successful in business because one morning I woke up and I had these roaches crawling on my face. And a lot of us have experienced that. And I was like, now I don't like this right here. This is not going to be my reality. And I knew I was ready to put in the work at a very, very young age because I wanted to change. I wanted to be accountable and responsible for my future. I didn't want to have it in nobody else's hands. I didn't want to ask for nothing. I knew that in order for me to make sure that my kids didn't have to experience the roaches, you know, I had to go out and I had to make something happen. So I didn't know I was going to be a successful businessman, but I knew that I had the work ethic, and I knew that I was ready to do what it took. I had this thing, this quote, don't be afraid to close your eyes and dream, but then open your eyes and see. So I dreamt about being this, but I dealt with the reality of what it would take. It took a lot of sacrificing. You know, couldn't hang out with my friends all the time. I couldn't be on the corner. I didn't have time to play. To me, it was a very serious situation. And so I think it's that passion and that drive. But I educated myself about the businesses that I would go into. I didn't go blindly. I didn't go and wake up and say, oh, I'm going to be the next Berry Gordy. I studied Berry Gordy. I went studied music. I read books about the business of music. I empowered myself with the knowledge. I viewed myself with that I'm going to be in the boardroom with some very educated and experienced white men. This is the time, and I was like, I have to be able to compete, and I have to be able to be greater. And so, empowering that and understanding that put me on my mission. And I knew from that, you know, that I had the potential for success.
Wow. So, talking about education, you attended Harvard University.
Yes.
Was that
as long as I know y'all in contact. Anybody that goes to Howard University, they know that it's for some of us, I didn't have a big family. So for some of us, it's the first time we really get to experience family. So that was the first thing. And you know, I'm going to Howard, it changed my life. My dream of being in the music industry, I couldn't have done it without, you know, my family at Howard University. Because I got a chance to get an internship with Andre Harrell, working for free. Working for free, and I would have to take the train, you know, every Thursday and be back to school by Monday. With my schoolwork on Thursday and Friday, you know, I had to be covered and supported by my teachers and my fellow students. And I would walk around the campus and with my briefcase, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be real big in the music industry. I'm gonna manage people, you know, I'm gonna be the next Berry Gordy. And they didn't really think I was crazy. They saw in my eyes that, you know, I had something there. And so that support, if I was anywhere else, I wouldn't have gotten that support. I wouldn't have been able to do that. So that support, you know, empowered me to be able to get the opportunity to go and learn. And pursue my true dream. You know, you may have a true dream, but you may be taking philosophy, but that's not really your dream. So when I went to Howard, I was like, my dream is music. I want to understand the business side from Howard. Then I want to go into the record industry and get some hands-on experience. And I was only able to do that through my Howard family.
Wow. Well, you know, I've talked to many talented individuals, and some tell me that I've always known when I was 2, I was 3 years old, I was trying to sing, I was trying to dance, and others would say, other people would tell me, I see something in that child, I think that child has talent. When did you discover you had talent?
I would probably say when my dream got deferred, I knew I was going to be a pro NFL football player. Why y'all laughing? Oh, that's funny. Cracking up. But yeah, so my dream got deferred. I broke my leg in my last year, and I kind of got abandoned by the coaches and the system, and it kind of broke my heart. And I went like into like this, you know, minor depression that we all go through when we hit the low points. And you know, I kind of danced my way out of it. This is during when the club scene was really kind of rocking, because you had like house music in DC and go-go, and you had hip hop, all of these beautiful black different categories of artistry, you know, shining. And I started dancing, and I started dancing because, you know, one of the girls didn't like me. And I started getting recruited by casting directors for videos. And, you know, once I hit the front of that camera, I felt so at home. You know, like that red light, it didn't scare me. The spotlight was hitting. I was like, this is where I belong. But I was blindsided by the visual of what was going on behind the camera. I saw Andre Harrell walk in and he had on
Entrepreneurship in the black community for us to own things, is that really important? Why do you just have to do a job?
If we want to stay in the same condition that we've been in, you have been a freedom fighter for us for a long time. And one of your things that you recognized early on that I don't think we pay enough attention to is our economic power. And the only way for us to make it out of this condition, number one, is it's time for us to come together as a family real quick and start looking at each other as a family, as a tribe, and that we are self-supportive and we do business with each other and we hire each other and we empower each other. And I think entrepreneurialism is really one of the solutions to poverty, because it's a place where if you're really, really, really ready to get busy, you can control your own destiny, and you can make money. Because nothing's going to change without money. I respect a lot of the protests and everybody that really stands up for everything that's going on. But the only way we're going to really make some changes is by really building up our own economic system. We only have 1% of the wealth in this country, and and when we got freed slaves, we had 1% of the wealth. So I'm here to change that, and y'all here to change that.
Some of us believe that you have been able to attract attention to just your style. That your style has helped to enhance, broaden, develop businesses that have been around, like spirits, for example. Because of your style, you have taken that business to a new level, and was talked about a little bit today. How do you describe your style?
I'm from Harlem, New York. Harlem, I love being clean. I love I love expressing myself through fashion. I love really being well put together. I like to look for money. I feel like you attract what you look like.
There you go.
Well, we have a lot of young people in the audience, and many want to be entrepreneurs, and many have thoughts, but they have not pursued them. And do you think that everybody, or many people, have some kind of uniqueness, that if they just tap into it and be positive about the possibility for development, that uniqueness can turn into business or to money or to profits, success? Do you believe that?
No.
What does it take?
For us to really come up, and for anybody in here to be a successful businessman or woman that can really make a difference, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. I think Will Smith has said that it's not his talent, that makes him special. It's his dedication and his preparation. And so I feel like a lot of people, you have that thing. Yes, we have that magic. But what you going to do with it? Are you ready to go past that and really do the work that it takes? Because when you're hitting those books and you're in search for that information, like your uniqueness, if you could do something that doesn't come to help you. Like we're all we all have to go through the same thing to kind of get to where we need to get to. And I think that if we focus on the work that it's going to take, sometimes we do focus on how special we are and things like that. And and I know I'm up here speaking confident in me. But there's nothing too like small for me to do. I don't have no ego when it comes to business. I may have an ego with my style of dress. But when it comes to business, I don't have no ego. Like if I have to clean the kitchen, pick something up. I started from cleaning gas station bathrooms and heat wave. I just wanted to make sure that everybody been to a gas station bathroom. And it's the worst. It's just, I just can't believe it. And so I was in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. And my thing was that I wanted to have that bathroom so clean that I would actually watch people ask me, where's the bathroom? It's right over there, sir, to the right. And they would come out and be like, who cleaned that Yeah. You have to be ready to do that. You can't have that ego. You have to make sure that you're ready to start off small. I started off working for free. And so a lot of people don't understand. They want to be businessmen and women, but they want to get straight to a job. When you really need to get straight to the knowledge and the experience.
Cool.
So what is the biggest obstacle that you have encountered on your ladder to success?
The business answer is time and money. The real answer is racism.
And would you say that there are those who actively blocked some opportunity that you were pursuing, who ignored some requests that you were making, who actively worked against your being able to do something? How did that play itself out?
I really disconnected from the racism. I really didn't have no time for whatever they was thinking. I had to, you were saying a challenge. It was just a challenge.
Okay.
You know, it's just a challenge. It wasn't something that was going to stop me. Nobody's going to stop me. I would tell people, like, you know, if it's that kind of put me in that position, because there's people that put you in that position and they'll be in the same room with you. And I'm like, I need you to understand that if it's between me and you getting out this room and you're in the way of the door, you through your stomach. Yeah, it's that real. It's that real. I'm ready to get back there.
Being in business is a challenge. We know that it is, and you have to have good people and dedicated people and committed people and people who are willing to work hard. What do you look for in an employee?
I look for accountability.
Yeah.
You know, I look for people that's really ready to be responsible. I need people around me that I can trust to get the task done. I need people that I can trust to be able to fail and fall down, but to be able to have the strength to get back up. So I really look for that tenacious spirit, and I really look for also intelligence. I want to work with smart people, you know, and I can't go any further. None of us can go any further. We can't go to another level alone. So, you know, I'm as strong as the team that's around me. And I would like to give my team a round of applause. They spoke.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from Sean Combs himself.
Give him a big round of applause.
He was an owner in a company, and I saw all the artists, you know, looking up to him and talking to him, and I was like, I really think that's what I want to do. I really think that's what I want to do. So you know, I started out as that, and you know, as far as getting as an artist, Biggie kind of pushed me. He didn't really have to push me hard. He kind of just said, you don't have to get off the stage, and let me rock with him. And so that's how I became an artist. But I felt that. I mean, I knew I had some special magic. I knew I had some special powers. And I don't think like I'm unique. I think a lot of us are afraid to tap into those powers, almost like Superman. You know, before he could fly, he was like, I'm scared, you know, to fly. But we have, like, when they say that black magic, like it's really real. And it's not like, there's not one of us that's more special. You know, you're as special as what you believe and what's in your mind. So I just started believing the craziest, to most people, unattainable things that have got me to this point. But I didn't just start thinking about them. I was really, you know, manifesting them. I was tapping into my magic. I was tapping into this black spiritual power in my relationship with God, and I was just like, oh, I'm invincible. I can do anything, you know, through God.
Wow. But it seems that as your talent developed, you were also paying attention to, as you said, the business aspect of entertainment. You saw Andre, that suit, that briefcase, and so business has been on your mind for a long time.
Yes. I remember when I first went to a meeting with Andre and Harrell, I had wore this white shirt, this polka dot tie, and this is during the time when we weren't really wearing a lot of suits. That era was like a little different. Hip hop was coming in, and we were expressing ourselves, you know, through fashion, the way we express ourselves. But I kind of understood I needed to go from the block to the boardroom in the same day, and I understood that if I went into an interview, I was presenting myself, I was presenting my brand, but most importantly, I was presenting my family name, my mother and my grandmother. And so, you know, I used to have to. I went to Catholic school, but I was an altar boy, and then I had to go to the 11 o'clock service at Shiloh Baptist Church with my grandmother, and I was there till like midnight. and so like I knew about, you know, wearing a suit and presenting myself and looking and feeling the part, you know, that the role that I wanted to play. So, you know, from an early age, my briefcase was in hand, and I was living out the dream, and I was making it happen visually through my actions.
So what was your very first business that you either acquired, you joint ventured, or you invested in? What was that very first business?
My very first business was, I had a franchise of paper routes. One day, I asked my mother to get me some sneakers, and she didn't have the money for it, so I saw like this real look of disappointment on her face. She's a very, very strong black woman, and I didn't want to see that look on her face anymore. And so I felt like it's time. I'm only 12, but I could start to step up as a man. I can come and support my mother. You know, I got 2 legs and arms. I'm healthy, and I have a mind. But you couldn't work at the age of 12. You know, it was illegal to work at the age of 12 and have a paper route. And so I went and contacted the different paper boys that I knew were graduating and going to college. And I presented them with an offer. Let me, while you're in college, deliver your papers, and I'll send you half the money.
Wow.
And so I got like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paper routes, and you know, I franchised it from there. My mother, she just makes sure that I keep buying her shoes. She remembers that sneaker situation, so, you know, and I make, you know, it's been great. That was my first business ever since. He taught me about, you know, ownership. He taught me about customer service. If any of you have seen It was, when I would deliver papers, I would deliver to a lot of elderly clients, and the paper boys would just throw them on the lawn. They would just ride by in their car, you flip it while you're driving, and just throw it on the lawn. I actually would go and put it in between the screen door and the door, because I didn't want them to walk outside. So that attention to detail and that extra caring and kind of taught me customer service at an early age.
Wow, I like that. So you acquired a lot of businesses. You created their businesses. What do you look for in a business? If someone asks you to join with them or invest in something, or you just decide to acquire something or create something, what do you look for?
Number one, I'm only really challenged to go into industries where I feel like I could actually change the game, and I can actually, break down barriers. And so when I went into fashion, that was something that people thought was really crazy. Started doing my shows in fashion in New York, and unapologetically black in hip hop. This was a time where everything was all white in fashion, like every last thing. And I believed in the power of the community. I believed in the power of hip hop. I saw it as this multi-billion-dollar business. I saw it as it is today. But I knew that I could only get into things that I felt I could be great at. It's not about making money for me as much as it is as far as like me being great and being able to change the game and create opportunities. And so, like when I did that with fashion, and then I went, I did it with records in the music industry, as far as understanding ownership. That was a big thing for me. And that's a big thing for me to express here. The only way we are going to change our course is by being fearless enough to become owners, to be able to handle that responsibility, to be able to take that risk. Because I'm sitting here because I got fired. Anybody out there that got fired? And I didn't want to get fired again. And I wanted to be in control of my, my destiny. So, went into records and fashion and went into spirits. And now my biggest venture is in media, because we don't have a voice. I'm proud to say and that I'm proud, but it's also troubling to say that I'm the only African American majority owner of a network. I have other brothers and sisters that have networks, but it's just different when you have the final say. Because I don't have to censor. So if we have an issue and we want to talk about it, I don't have Viacom calling me. I don't have nobody calling me to tell me, oh, that you went too far. I just feel like we haven't gone far enough as far as, but we also haven't had the platform or a voice. So that's what I want to do with Provoke. And that kind of speaks to the industries, those different industries I went in. I was motivated by making change and creating opportunities, and hiring a lot of black folks.
Yes. Yes. Well, you have alluded to it, and I'd like you for entrepreneurship in the black community for us to own things. Is that really important? Why do you just have to do a job?
If we want to stay in the same condition that we've been in, you have been a freedom fighter for us for a long time. And one of your things that you recognized early on that I don't think we pay enough attention to is our economic power. And the only way for us to make it out of this condition, number one, is it's time for us to come together as a family real quick and start looking at each other as a family, as a tribe, and that we are self-supportive and we do business with each other and we hire each other and we empower each other. And I think entrepreneurialism is really one of the solutions to poverty, because it's a place where if you're really, really, really ready to get busy, you can control your own destiny, and you can make money. Because nothing's going to change without money. I respect a lot of the protests and everybody that really stands up for everything that's going on. But the only way we're going to really make some changes is by really building up our own economic system. We only have 1% of the wealth in this country, and and when we got freed slaves, we had 1% of the wealth. So I'm here to change that, and y'all here to change that.
Some of us believe that you have been able to attract attention to just your style. That your style has helped to enhance, broaden, develop businesses that have been around like spirits, for example. Because of your style, you have taken that business to a new level that was talked about a little bit today. How do you describe your style?
I'm from Harlem, New York. Harlem, I love being clean. I love I love expressing myself through fashion. I love really, really being well put together. I like money. I feel like you attract what you look like.
There you go. Well, we have a lot of young people in the audience, and many want to be entrepreneurs, and many have thoughts, but they have not pursued them. And do you think that everybody, or many people, have some kind of uniqueness, that if they just tap into it and be positive about the possibility for development, that uniqueness can turn into business or to money or to profits, success? Do you believe that?
No.
What does it take?
For us to really come up, and for anybody in here to be a successful businessman or woman that can really make a difference, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. I think Will Smith has said that it's not his talent, that makes him special. It's his dedication and his preparation. And so I feel like a lot of people, you have that thing. Yes, we have that magic, but what you going to do with it? Are you ready to go past that and really do the work that it takes? Because when you're hitting those books and you're searching that information, like your uniqueness, if you could do something that doesn't come to help you. Like we're all we all have to go through the same thing to kind of get to where we need to get to. And I think that if we focus on the work that it's going to take, sometimes we do focus on how special we are and things like that. And and I know I'm up here speaking confidently, but there's nothing too like small for me to do. I don't have no ego when it comes to business. I may have an ego with my style of dress. But when it comes to business, I don't have no ego. Like, if I have to clean the kitchen, pick something up, I started from cleaning gas station bathrooms and heat wave and all these things. I just wanted to make sure that everybody been to a gas station bathroom. And it's the worst. It's just, I just can't believe it. And so I was in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. And my thing was that I wanted to have that bathroom so clean that I would actually watch people ask me, where's the bathroom? I was right over there, served to the right. And they would come out and be like, who clicked that? Yeah. You have to be ready to do that. You can't have that ego. You have to make sure that you're ready to start off small. Started off working for free. And so a lot of people don't understand. They want to be businessmen and women, but they want to get straight to a job. When you really need to get straight to the knowledge and the experience.
Cool.
So what is the greatest obstacle that you have encountered on the ladder to success?
The business answer is time and money. The real answer is racism.
And would you say that there are those who actively blocked some opportunity that you were pursuing, who ignored some requests that you were making, who actively worked against your being able to do something? How did that play itself out?
I really disconnected from the racism. I really didn't have no time for whatever I was thinking. I had to, you were saying a challenge. It was just a challenge.
Okay.
It's just a challenge. It wasn't something that was going to stop me. Nobody's going to stop me. I kind of tell people, like, if it's that kind of put me in that position, because there's people that put you in that position and they'll be in the same room with you. And I'm like, I need you to understand that if it's between me and you getting out this room and you're in the way of the door, you through your stomach. Yeah, it's that real. It's that real. I'm ready to be raptured.
Being in business is a challenge. We know that it is, and you have to have good people and dedicated people and committed people and people who are willing to work hard. What do you look for in an employee?
I look for accountability.
Yeah.
I look for people that's really ready to be responsible. I need people around me that I can trust to get the task done. I need people that I can trust to be able to fail and fall down, but to be able to have the strength to get back up. So I really look for that tenacious spirit, and I really look for also intelligence. I want to work with smart people, and I can't go any further. None of us can go any further. We can't go to another level alone. So, I'm as strong as the team that's around me. And I would like to give my team a round of applause. They spoke.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from Sean Combs himself.
Give him a big round of applause.